The walls did not fall slowly. They dropped in one loud moment, and people screamed.
Look out!
This is a story about Joshua, the man who stood there and watched it happen. Joshua was not always the leader. He was just a young man who grew up in hard times. He was born in Egypt when his people were slaves. He saw men beaten for walking too slow. He saw mothers cry at night. He learned early that life could turn dark very fast. When Moses led the people out of Egypt, Joshua was there. He walked through the dry path in the sea. He ate food that felt like frost in the morning. He fought in small battles in the desert. He was not loud. He stayed close to Moses and listened. Years passed. The older generation died in the desert. Moses grew old too. Then one day, Moses was gone. And Joshua was the leader. That is when things got heavy. The people were tired of walking. They wanted land. On the other side of the Jordan River was a city called Jericho. It had thick walls, strong gates, soldiers on top watching day and night. Joshua sent 2 men to look at the city. They slipped in at night. A woman named Rahab hid them in her house. She said the city was afraid. Rumors had spread about the sea, about Egypt, about the desert. Fear was already inside the walls. The spies came back and told Joshua, they are scared. Still, fear works both ways. Joshua had never taken a city like this. These were not small desert fights. This was a real city with families inside. Children, old men, workers, not just soldiers. He told the people to prepare. But instead of building ladders or making fire weapons, he gave a strange order. The men would march around the city once a day for 6 days. No shouting. No attack. Just walking. Priests would carry the arkansas. Some would blow horns. Imagine being inside Jericho. You wake up. You hear horns. You see an army walking in silence around your walls. Then they leave. The next day, the same thing. For 6 days. No one knows what the people inside felt. Maybe anger. Maybe fear. Maybe confusion. Maybe they laughed at first. On the 7th day, Joshua changed the order. They marched around 7 times. The sun was hot. The dust stuck to their skin. The soldiers inside watched from above. Then Joshua gave the command. The horns blew louder. And the people shouted. What happened next is told in one short line. The walls fell down flat. But that line hides the sound. The shock. The dust in the air. The stones crushing homes. The panic. The running. The army rushed in. War is never clean. The story says the city was destroyed. Only Rahab and her family were saved because she had hidden the spies. After it was over, the shouting stopped. The smoke rose. The city was gone. Joshua stood in a land that was now his people's. Some would call it victory. Some would call it judgment. Some would call it survival. Joshua was not smiling. Leaders rarely smile after something like that. He had done what he believed he was told to do. But he knew the cost. The rest of his life was like that. More cities. More battles. Hard choices. Keeping people together when they wanted to break apart. Joshua grew old. Near the end, he gathered everyone and told them to choose how they wanted to live. He had seen slavery. He had seen wandering. He had seen wars fall. He knew freedom is not just about land. It is about what kind of people you become after the walls are down. That is the story of Joshua. Not just the man who made walls fall, but the man who had to live with what came after.